dancing long lost times ago. Close my eyes so I can see the light. Time stands still while the sun goes round. Distant winds making silent sounds. Daylight waiting to come relieve the night. So let it shine, 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 shine on me. Let it shine, 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 shine on me. Nothing left where the footprints stand. Roads ahead under scarlet sand. Twilight reaching like angels through the sky. Feel my moment and breathe it in. Search for skies that begin and end. Close my eyes so I can't see the light.
Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Jen, your friendly reluctant psychic. So I'm glad you're here. I really woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. I'm not exactly sure why. I do that sometimes, I guess. But I woke up, I went downstairs, and all I could see was clutter everywhere. Clutter everywhere. I saw mostly my husband Ryan's gear that he uses when he goes searching. The drone dripping all over the kitchen table or the dining room table. His GoPro and selfie stick and cords and all kinds of technological stuff I don't know about was on the counter. There were cups, there were dishes, there were napkins. Yeah, just about any kind of clutter you can think about. And I'm like, I'm going to go upstairs and just tell him off. Yeah. But I thought better of it. I thought, well, Jen, just have a cup of coffee, and think this over a little bit. So I took my own advice. I got my cup of coffee. I sat down. I did turn on YouTube, which I usually do, just as background noise. And I was looking around, and I'm like, some of my stuff is there too. I've got some clutter going on too. I have my books in a pile on my reading chair. I have a wine glass near my reading chair. There are blankets strewn on the floor. My own dishes from the night before. As you can see, we didn't do a good clean up before bed last night, basically. So as I'm sitting at the dining room table with my friend, the underwater drone, I'm like, your stuff is cluttered too. It's not just Ryan's stuff. But why do I just notice his stuff when I get mad? And that's because my stuff I see as important to me. I know what everything is for that I have out. I'm reminded of a good time reading and having a glass of wine last night, and you know, cozying up in my reading chair with my blanket and all that. And I see those things and I'm reminded of, you know, the good night I had. And so I acknowledged that. And then I looked at Ryan's stuff again with an open mind. And I realized that his stuff reminds him of good things, positive things. And I realized that his stuff that he has out is actually things that he uses for his searches, which is very commendable, and it has a lot of meaning to me too. So when you look at your clutter around your house, if you're like me and you just want to, you know, blow up and yell at everybody about their stuff, maybe take a step back and think about, you know, why that stuff is out there. I don't mean trash, like, you know, like napkins or, you know, anything like that. Or if there's, you know, a mess on the floor, dogs, I don't know. I know that Moon had chewed up one of her toys, so there was stuffing everywhere all over the floor too. Anything like that, you know, that's trash. That's not clutter. There's a difference. I think, you know, trash is something that is negative and should not be there and should be taken care of. But clutter is just a sign of your life. It tells what, you know, it tells yourself, it tells people what your life is all about and what you see as important to your life. I don't know if that makes sense. When I was thinking about it, it made sense to me, so I thought I'd share it with you. Yeah, so, you know, there's more than one way to look at clutter, I guess. So there was that, and that made me feel better. It did. And I cleaned my stuff up, and I just kind of overlooked Ryan's stuff because I know he's still using it today for other things, and that's his right. This is a small house. We don't have a lot of space for our things. So where else are we going to put it? I mean, where else is he going to, you know, organize his things and get ready for searches and all that? It's not always out like that. I mean, on the weekends, it tends to be because that's when we go out searching, and it's just necessary. So it's always good if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed like I did to take a minute and drink your coffee or your tea or whatever you drink in the morning, or have your cereal or whatever you do, and try to reframe things in a different light. That's not always easy. I'm kind of impressed that I was able to do that too. I've been reading this book called Think Indigenous by Doug Goodfeather. And I did pick this up a while ago, and I did start reading it a while ago because I've always been interested in the Indigenous culture, Native American culture. And I think last week I told you that one of my spirit guides is an Indigenous woman. So I wanted to pick up this book to learn more about the Native Americans' sense of spirituality. And I really did learn a lot, and I really liked a lot of what was being said. And I think I'm going to touch upon this book a few times in the next few episodes. The Native Americans, Indigenous people, have a real connection to nature and to their creator and to spirits. And I think we can learn a lot from that. And after my experience this morning, I decided to look at it, and I happened to, you know, open to this page. I'm going to read to you. It's a very short quote. It says, "Each morning when we wake, should we choose to listen, is a message from the Creator to remember the privilege we were given of waking up." So that kind of goes along with what I was saying, you know. It's a privilege to wake up in the morning, you know, especially if you're well and good and you have, you know, a roof over your head, if you have food, if you have loved ones around you. And like I said, that clutter is a sign that you have all those things. So there's always two ways to look at something, and I hope I have helped you to see that. I do have my reading. It was difficult today. Like, this was a hard one for me. It kept coming and going. Like, I would be given a lot, you know, to write, and then it would just stop, and then it would come back. And each time I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to have like an unfinished reading because nothing's coming. But I waited, and I'm glad I did, because I got more. And I did come to a place where I knew it was the end of the reading. So I hope it helps you throughout your week, and I will read it. To all comes a fine day. Sort out your personal signs of where your attention should be now. You are on a high and don't look down. There's a place in your life for that certain person you had questions about. Trust your instincts, but be guided by the divine. Say out loud what you want them to hear. The same sun rises and sets every day. Do not lose hope. When you do, remember the permanence of the sun. Take care and remain precious. So this is, and maybe this is why it was a little more difficult, because I'm kind of resistant in my own mind of such a specific reading. You know, the part that says there is a place in your life for that certain person you had questions about. That's pretty specific. And because of that, I know that probably would pertain to some of you, but not all of you. So, and like I said before, my readings, the whole thing is not necessarily for every person. Just, I think, for the ones who need to hear it. So I hope that helps you guys through the week. And just remember, the same sun rises and sets every day. So I hope you all have a good week. Thank you so much for joining me. This might have not made sense, but I hope it helped in some way. Take care. Bye. Love you.